easy, and they make you like sound like you know what you're doing with food. Oh, is this the biryani you made?
Yes,
Oh,
so spicy.
Oh, but it's mild. But did you put the chili in?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll get to that. Okay, so why I like these is they've got flavour in. You just add whatever protein you want. You can put fish, chicken, beans, tofu, whatever veggie you want. I go with frozen varieties because they're easy. And then rice. And this one comes with rice, but if it didn't, I just use that microwave rice again. And then that's your 3 elements. They tell you step by step how to do it. So watch and see how I'm going to stuff that up.
Massive. And the chicken again. Yeah.
So usually you'd cook your meat first, but in Indian cooking or anything where you use a lot of spices, you want to cook your spices first in your oil to release, because the heat helps release the fragrance. They give you a little spice kit, but there's always a chili in there. And if you're weak like me, you want to take the chili out. Okay? Remove. And what you're left with is you're left with some cloves, the thing they put in chai tea, and some cinnamon bark. So, what is that?
Cardamom?
Yeah, cardamom. There you go. So you're going to put those straight into the warm oil, and you should be able to smell, if you like cooking over the top of it, you should be able to start smelling it as the oil warms up. At the end, you want to make sure you know how many spicy things are in there. Otherwise, you're going to eat a chunk of cinnamon bark in your meal and be like, so we've got 2 cloves, cinnamon bark, and 1 cardamom pod. But if there was, you can put them in little bags and stuff. But anyway, all I'm saying is watch out because you might get hit by it later. While they're kind of off to the side and potentially burning, I'm going to add my chicken. I've just cut up some chicken breast. You can get it already cut up, and that's what I was aiming for at the supermarket. But they didn't have anything. The trick with chicken is so that it doesn't get dry is to cook it high temp and then lower it. So if you're roasting a chicken in the oven, you want it on like 220 for like 20 minutes, half an hour, then you lower it to 180. And that just makes sure that all that moisture stays in and it seals. And chicken's done. See, this piece is like still pink. I'm just doing 101. I'm pretty sure you guys all know this. But once it goes from pink to white, you're pretty much there. I love pre-cut frozen veggies because it looks like you spent all this time cutting all that up. But we just opened it out, right? Now we're going to throw in our sauce. I don't know what it's called. And they said you can add a bit of water if you want it to be a little bit more coating things. But the veggies have got a lot of water in them and it's kind of making it a bit soupy anyway, so I can put it there. Oh, that smells spicy. I didn't even add the chili. Now, with the rice, they've got some more hidden spices in the pack, which makes it really nice and fragrant. And all you're meant to do with this is just pour it on top. They say massage the packet. I'm a terrible massager. And then just like pour it on top. So it can get steamed by what's underneath. A little bit more. And that's it. So 3 meals we covered tonight. Really easy, quick. Do you reckon you can impress your flatmate with some of this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've been impressing him with frozen fish, so.
I'm going to take it up next level. And it's just a little bit more fancier than an omelette and toast, or baked beans on toast. Not that there's anything wrong with those things, but it's a little bit more exciting. It's been an hour and a half. We've been maybe cooking for like 45 minutes or how many serves of foods. That's 2. I did 5 of the pesto pasta, 5, 6, 7, and I did how many of the fried rice? 3. 10. So we've done 10 meals in 45 minutes. That would be like lunches and dinners for 5 of your days of the week, and then you can go out or do whatever. Last week, what did I do? I made, you had some of my spaghetti bolognese that I accidentally left here. So I did a spaghetti bolognese, and then like a slow cooked lamb thing that you throw in the slow cooker, and then supplemented the rest of the days with microwave meals. So it was a little bit of variety from the usual microwave meals. But, who's finished by that time? Okay, so the recipe said 2, and it's kind of been true to form in giving us 2 serves. I think sometimes the serving size and stuff is just really a bit dodgy, but that's quite good.
How to eat by yourself when you're having dinner by yourself?
So depressing.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah, and I think that's why we wanted to do tonight initially, so we could have dinner together, right? So how do you do it? Well, eating in front of the TV, the research shows that we eat much more, or we eat fast, or we don't chew properly. But I think sometimes you just want to eat in front of the TV. So if you're eating in front of the TV and you're eating alone, make sure you've just put enough on your plate, because we get portion distortion when we're eating, because it distracts our appetite signals. If you're eating alone, you tend to eat out of the container. You don't make an effort for some music or light some candles. Think about if you had someone over for dinner, you might not like candles if you're having a mate over for dinner. It might get a bit too romantic. But you'd make an effort. You'd at least take your meal out of the plastic and put it on a plate. So I think part of self-care and eating alone would be making sure you put your food on a plate, put some music on if you'd like, or put your favourite show on so you've got a bit of company. Make the experience nice, because I think if you've got an eating disorder background, you're already in a state where food isn't really super pleasurable. So think about what are the things you can do environmentally to make it a little bit nicer. I think having meals ready to go during the week, if you're cooking for 1 or 2, is super important. So you're not cooking every night. No one wants to cook every night, really. So make it easy, make dinner easy. Create a routine out of it. Okay, it's 7:30 and X show is on, so I'm going to watch that, or I'm going to eat it as I call my friend who's also going through a similar thing, or, that sort of thing. If you had a mate over for dinner, you wouldn't give them a fork and a takeaway container. Maybe you would, I don't know. Depends on the mate. I probably do that to a mate, give them a container and a fork. But, make a little bit of an effort more than the heats. The other thing is what are you doing in your week to connect with other people? I think that's quite important. So for me, I got into the habit of Wednesday nights, not tonight obviously. I'd go out with friends climbing, watch them climb most of the time, let's be honest. And then after we'd go to a pub and I'd get the same maple bacon burger, which is amazing with sweet potato fries. And then that was a little ritual every Wednesday. So creating a routine or ritual with friends where you have a pub night, or you go for a tie down the road, even if it's once a month, fortnightly. My father in retirement, actually it started before then, but he with the other retired uncles, they have something called Secret Men's Business. They meet up at a cheap eat once a month, and they call it Secret Men's Business. I mean, they've got nothing secret to discuss, the wives know everything, but I like that they've got this little food club where they catch up over a meal, and I think we sometimes, especially with COVID and busyness and study or work or just recovery stuff, we forget to do little fun things like that. So, is there something that you can go or create where you are meeting up and having that connection time? The other thing is when you do things like that, that opens up other avenues for other dinners or lunches with other people as well.